Three guys chilling on a podcast. Just listen to sing because it's cool.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to whoever and wherever you are. My name is Harry Barr. This is the 27 podcast, and as always, I am joined by the wonderful Ben Butler and Joscel Manarambona. Gentlemen, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Let's go!
Hi, Harry. Wow. I can't believe we're doing this. This is quite strange. So, I'm Ben. I'm 21. I've known Joscel and Harry for 3 years now. We've all been at university together, and in our final year, we were living together. We're all now socially distancing in our respective cities and homes. But yeah, we're really excited to get this going. So yeah.
And I'm Joscel. Like Ben said, been buzzing friends for the past I've been friends with Ben for the past 3 years, and Harry actually for the past 3 years as well, because we met in first year as well. And we just started living together in the past year. Obviously, I got caught abruptly with the whole coronavirus thing, but yeah, now we're here. We've got this podcast going on. It's gonna be sick, absolutely sick. Let's go.
Yeah. And as I said earlier, my name's Harry. I'm 22. I'm a little bit older than the other two. We all met each other through various means. So Ben and Joscel do the same degree, and we all met on the American football team as well, which is where we've had pretty good chat for the last 3 years or so.
Yeah.
And actually, me and Joscel met on the first day of Freshers.
That was wild.
First Freshers night. And people always say, "Oh, you're never friends with the people you meet in Freshers for life." But here we are. We're still here.
Still going.
It just so happened we were on the same course as well, and then joined the same sports team. But yeah, we're here.
That's crazy.
I guess I'll pass you on to Ben, who'll explain sort of like what the podcast is and what we're trying to do over the next over this project, really.
Thanks, Harry. We just decided we want to talk about everyday life, really. Get into like the nitty gritty of things. Talk about some details and more some subjects more in more detail. Just like just getting like a slice of life, really, of what it's been. To be friends with each other for 3 years. Like, we've got so many stories. We have lived with each other as well. So we got a lot to talk about, and we want to, dive into a bit more of like sport sometimes, entertainment and current affairs, really. And we're going to get some guests on, and we want it to be like a happy, positive podcast, really, and something that everyone can enjoy whilst we're in lockdown.
And I think the key thing, but the thing I love about this personally is the fact that it's like we are communicating with you people out there, because obviously everyone's doing these social distancing things. We're trying to like find a platform for everyone to communicate with each other. And I think that this podcast is the best way to convey our thoughts, our beliefs. And by all means, there are going to be episodes where we're going to reach out to you guys. You guys are going to talk to us. We're going to talk about your topics and stuff like that. So it's going to be a great way to keep us all connected during these times, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, well said. So without further ado, I think we'll move on to our first section, which is the quarantine update. Yeah.
Quarantine update. Harry, how you been keeping?
I've been doing all right, actually. I've had a weird sort of couple of weeks. Unfortunately, the place where I normally work had to shut down because of the coronavirus. So I thought I won't let my talents go wasted. So I've actually started working in the care home. The elderly.
Key worker,
yeah.
Oh, man.
I've got a letter from the council saying I'm allowed to go out of the house and things like that. I've got my hand sanitizer and stuff. But yeah, no, it's good. It was a bit of a shock starting, but I'm actually getting into it and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been keeping me busy. Ben, how about you?
Well, I know it sounds boring, but I've been doing uni work. I've done a lot of reading, actually. I've felt like this time is the perfect time to just read, get myself a bit more cultured. And I've read so many books recently. Some really good ones, which I actually do want to talk about in like later episodes, because I've learned so many things.
We'll have a book club.
Things like that. Yeah. I've also started, for all our viewers on the old YouTube, I decided as a group of friends, we decided some of us, because some of us already have beards and things, Harry, but I've never wanted to grow a beard. I have always thought about growing a tash, and I thought, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity. I'm not seeing anyone, so even if it's horrific, it's not like I've got to, go face people with it. And yeah, I just thought this would be a great opportunity. So here we are. Well, how long we've been in lockdown? However many days in lockdown.
4 years, I think now. Yeah.
That's how many days this tash has been going.
Yeah.
And it's not. I've had some mixed reviews on it. Some people say I look very American. I've had the Lorax. I've been compared to the Lorax. I've also one of our friends last night told me I look like a World War One soldier with it. So we'll see how it goes.
We cast you in 1917 too. 1980.
Yeah.
That's a great film, actually.
That is a good film.
Yeah.
And so that's what I've been doing. What about you, Joscel? How you been?
Yeah, so I decided to stay in Oxford. So because other reasons and stuff. But I've been keeping myself quite busy actually. I really like I'm really good at keeping myself company. And like I've recently branched out into the whole content creating world. Hashtag content creator, let's go. But like Ben, I've been doing some uni stuff as well. But with uni work and stuff, I've just like changed our exam structures as well. So it kind of allowed for a bit more time to like develop into these new skills and stuff. So yeah, over the coming months, might see a bit more of my face. You never know, but it's gonna be cool. Just literally just learning new things every day, really. That's about it.
I think that was so. Well, when you said you were staying in Oxford, I was a bit like, oh gosh. I think more, but not for any reason other than I just thought you'd get lonely. Myself and Harry both come back, and we've got our families around us.
Yeah.
Whereas Joscel decided to stay at our uni house, so he's literally on his own.
Yeah.
And so I just thought you'd go mad really. But
like naturally, people will have their skepticism. Like at first, whenever I told people, I'm a uni house, I'm like, what? Like you're gonna go crazy, blah blah blah. But like the thing about me is that because I have such an inquisitive mind, like I constantly keep myself busy. Does that make sense? And I have people to FaceTime. Obviously, I have you guys, my family FaceTime me all the time, friends FaceTime me all the time. So I constantly have that circle around me anyway. Mm-hmm. So that partnered by my, passion to learn new stuff and like kind of get nitty gritty. Because like I said, quarantine is the best time to do it, to learn new skills and develop yourself. That's literally what I've been doing. So I'm literally every single day I've had something to do or I've thought of something to do. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I've been doing well for myself. Yeah, it's not too bad.
That's good. Oh, I actually, I should mention I've set up a pub whilst we've been in isolation.
Yeah.
I set up with one of our good friends, one of my best mates, James Lamberton. He'll be a guest in the future. We have set up a pub. It's called the BJ Inn. We open every Friday, and this week we're opening twice in 1 week, so that's quite exciting. It is quite exciting. Yeah, and last night we normally host on a Friday, but we hosted on a Saturday. So last night, for when we're recording this, we had a nice beach theme, and it's good fun, and it's a nice way for everyone to catch up, and it's something to look forward to. I think in the week as well, it gives you like a goal, and we run a quiz, and we try and get like a spill the tea section in our quiz, so a little bit of gossip about everyone, which people may or may not know. Yeah, it's just good fun. I think. So that keeps me busy.
Yeah, I've been a couple times in there.
Yeah, everyone has though. That's what I think the whole point of it is. But it's been good fun. So that's been hopefully keeping everyone entertained as well.
Definitely.
So that concludes the quarantine update of all of us. We're not quite crazy yet, although give it time.
I mean, we have set up a podcast, so I don't know how.
We've already got things to do.
A person just walked past. I looked into the window and was like, what the hell? If you guys could see my setup right now.
Oh, God.
Gold. Absolute gold.
So I'm currently sat in the kitchen, so yeah. I think considering we've all now been in quarantine, we've got a bit more for free time on our hands, we've started delving into the world of Netflix and Amazon Prime and all of those other
streaming platforms are available.
Yes, they are available. Not sponsored. So we're going to move on to a section that I like to call Nothing to Watch, because it's a podcast. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's all
you get it.
So each week we'll be looking at something on Netflix, and then we'll discuss it in the next episode. So I think that this week, it's been taking the internet by storm. It's of course The Tiger King with Joe Exotic.
What a series! What a series! I tell you, what is so great about that series, and hopefully by now everyone that's listens to it has watched it, but I won't give away too many spoilers.
If not, watch it, hop on it.
Yeah, definitely. But every episode is almost like its own documentary. So you find out something in every episode that you could then dedicate a whole new series to.
Yeah,
there's
that's true.
So many different stories, and it's just so like at first you're like, oh my gosh, what is this? And by the end you're just, it's so wild and crazy, but it's so hypnotizing, really. Like I just loved it. I couldn't stop watching it. It's just the characters.
I think the first day I watched it, I think it was like, is it 7 or 8 episodes in total?
I don't know. One of the two.
I watched 6 episodes in one day because I was sat there. I was like, I have to finish this.
So weird.
It's
so weird. It's so weird. That's why it's so good.
Yeah.
Me and Joscel, we started watching it together just before I left Oxford.
Yeah.
And it literally, we just couldn't believe it. We were like, right, you can't watch an episode without the other. Like,
literally.
It was so good. We were just enjoying it so much.
Yeah.
And it's just the character, like Joe Exotic. I don't know whether he was playing out to the cameras or that is just genuinely him. Yeah. And I think it is just genuinely him. Yeah. I would love to have him as a guest at a dinner party.
Carol Baskin.
People are like, who are your pick 3 dream dinner guests? Joe Exotic.
He's at the table.
He has got a seat. Joe Exotic next to Barack Obama. What a combination that would be.
Oh man, I also just like Doc Ansel as well. Just
and there's so much that they could have gone into about him as well.
Yeah.
And they just kind of didn't, because obviously it was about. But it's just such a good series.
Like a weird parallel that I've got is like it just felt like a soap opera as well at times. Like there's another show on Netflix called American Vandal, which it's a mockumentary, so it's like actors playing,
I haven't seen that, but I know what it is.
Yeah, but actors playing like documentarians, whereas this just felt like the complete. And I had to I got so invested, I had to keep on reminding myself that it was actually a documentary and like a scripted show rather than actual documentary where they try and find something out. Whereas with this, I had to keep on reminding myself these are real people who actually do this stuff in real life. Like,
crazy.
There is a called Joe Exotic that has tigers and ran for president. There is a guy called Doc Ansel who dresses up his employees in tiger suits. There is a lady called...
I mean, that's weird, isn't it? But that is one thing, is he was like grooming those girls. Like that was, that is
it's a very cultish
Harvey Weinstein stuff.
Yeah.
And they just kind of
passed it off like it was
dipped their toe into the water and didn't go into it. When there's literally like a whole story there that they just haven't spoken about. And that is what is so good. The director of that series was really good. Really good.
He struck a gold mine. Like when in that first episode, where he's like, I was investigating these reptiles, and the guy just rocked up with a snow leopard. I was like, oh right, I'm doing my thing on now.
He literally stumbled upon it accidentally, didn't he? It wasn't like a planned thing. That's crazy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's absolutely mental.
Lord and Savior.
Yeah,
Carol Baskin. So what are our thoughts then? Did she kill her husband? Spoiler.
There is a rumor that Carol Baskin, one of the I want to say the main characters, but an actual person in the show, had a husband from 20-something years ago that she mysteriously disappeared, and there's a rumor that she murdered her husband. I am all for she definitely killed him.
She did, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
She's too blasé about it. She's so nonchalant about it. I'm like, what? Jesus Christ. And her like, she's got such a chilled character, and the way she just naturally talks about it, like, He's dead. Spoiler.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
on earth?
It's
What do you mean?
yeah, no, those times. I mean, you don't have big cats and not. Yeah, they definitely ate.
Not be a bit weird.
They definitely ate him,
Yeah.
and it's just I mean, like all the clothes she wore and stuff. Like I know, like leopard print and like cheetah print and stuff are in at the moment, but that is a different level. I tell you.
Mate, it's just got leopard print floor, leopard print curtain, leopard print cupboard, everything.
Leopard print husband, you know.
Print. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane.
It is a really good series. Definitely go watch it. It will kill a lot of time if you haven't seen it.
So exotic, and his 2 husbands. 2 husbands?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
the best line in that series is every man's straight until they need meth. I was just like, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I think we with that we.
Oh my God!
I think we've given away too many spoilers already, but just go and watch the show.
Watch it.
Yeah,
it'll be about 8 to 10 hours of your life, and you will not regret watching it. It's just
definitely
mental.
Definitely.
They've also announced
so
a follow-up show. There's going to be a follow-up episode coming out at some point this month as well, hosted by Joel McHale of Community fame.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think they've been sort of following up on leads they got from the Carabaskin case, and also what happened to Joe Exotic and things like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's quite.
Do we know if that's still an ongoing case? Is this murder actually still an ongoing case, or is
it was never?
I don't know.
But I think they're going to reopen it and have a look into it again. But
yeah,
that's
crazy. Because it's wow.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
But he's also dropped a couple of albums, and Joscel, don't you have some on your playlist?
Oh, mate, Kitty, banger, absolute banger. It's the priest costume that does it for me. The priest.
We should try. Like,
I don't know about copyright.
Get the rights for it or something, and put it on as our
intro music.
Wow.
Oh Lord. That's a shame. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that with that we should recommend you go and watch the show, and then also listen to all of Joe Exotic's music.
Get him to number one. Get him to number one.
Let's get Joe Exotic to number one. Yeah, I think.
Just know what's your favourite song in the comments below if this goes on YouTube. Yeah, legit. Let us know what your favourite.
Yeah, I think that concludes our Nothing to Watch segment. I think. Yeah. And I'll pass you on to Ben for the sport.
There's no sport. I mean, it's a really, really sad world. You know, we have, we all play American football. I absolutely love sport. Like, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I understand there are people out there that don't enjoy it, don't particularly, find it interesting or whatever. And that is absolutely fun. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, but I just think it's so, so good.
Yeah.
And interesting. Mm-hmm. And it's just like crazy. So, we're recording this on Easter Sunday, and yesterday, so Saturday, Sky Sports did a rerun of a cricket test, the greatest innings by Ben Stokes ever, or by any English batsman, definitely. And I just sat there all day watching it because I saw it when it was live. I watched it in summer, but it was, first of all, it was amazing, so it was worth watching again. But there was literally nothing, so I just had to sit there and watch it. It's just a crazy world, really.
BBC Radio 5 also, they broadcast it alongside the match as well, so you could listen to it and watch it at the same time. It was like a big sort of countrywide thing they did. I think you can listen to it on BBC Sound still as well. But if you can, if you ever get the opportunity, just go and rewatch it or re-listen to it. Because I wasn't a big cricket fan until this summer, just gone. With the Cricket World Cup, the Head England Test, just in general, it was incredible summer for sport last year.
But it's like you can't. Sorry, Giselle, go on.
No. I was just going to reiterate. I think it's a good thing that what these platforms are doing, like showcasing previous games. I know the NFL, they're showing like full games that they've done in the past and stuff.
Yeah.
Like massive sports lovers like us guys and other people out there as well.
Yeah.
In these times, obviously, like all sports are cancelled, as we know, for obvious reasons. So the fact that they're doing that is just huge. Like, it's absolutely insane.
It is really important, and it's obviously great because you're going to watch some of the highlights and things of some of the greatest games ever, which I don't know about you, but I don't necessarily. I watch highlights in the moment. So once a game's finished, in like next couple of days, I probably watch highlights of it again. Yeah. But it's not often something that I do and go sit back and watch previous, games and previous amazing moments. So it has been quite good as well, just to get your history a bit better of different sports. And it's just definitely helps out with your pub quizzes and. It's just important, and everyone at the moment is trying to keep fit. It's obviously like weird because the gyms are shut, so everyone's doing home workouts, and you haven't done a home workout if it's not been on your Instagram story. That's true.
Have you worked out?
Joscel
Well,
that.
The press up challenge, sit up challenge, to keep you up, everything going around on Instagram at the moment. So there's plenty of ways to keep fit and keep sport within your life. Yeah.
Definitely. And, if you do need tips, we have Joscel, who's a pretty big guy. So, honestly,
fitness and love tips.
Full-time romantic. # love guru.
I love guru.
Maybe we should make that into a segment. Who knows?
What? God, Harry. That's foreshadowing.
I don't know. We may have discussed it before. Who knows? I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, even though there isn't any sport on, there's still sport in your heart. I think that's the message there.
In your heart.
WrestleMania was streaming for free. Did you see that?
Wait, what? You can get the free 30-day trial. Yeah.
That's insane. I was mind blown.
Yeah, but it was weird as well because didn't they do it over like the weekend?
Yeah, so they pre-recorded it and then they pre-recorded it in their training center and then they ran it over 2 nights. So it meant that they were able to. A lot of people are saying it's one of the best WrestleManias ever because they were able to do stuff with like set pieces and like editing. To do a live event.
I mean, it is a smart idea, and just going a little bit back onto the topic of sport. So. Obviously, this is quite a specialised. So, American football in the UK, it's obviously getting bigger, but we all play it, so it will come up in conversation. But the NFL does a draft where college players, so university players, then get selected to go play for teams, and I think it's really great. So a bit like WrestleMania, the fact that they still did it, and it's a bit like the draft, the fact that they're still doing it. Gives people something to talk about and something to look forward to. So I think it's a really good, the commissioner, Roger Goodell, gets a lot of hate, but I actually think it's something quite clever because it's just something for people to do during these times.
Yeah.
You can go, make your mock drafts and things, and it's just quite a good thing. And it's the same with WrestleMania, actually. It's very good that they still did it because it gave people a chance to, look forward to something and to, do something really.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
crazy. Yeah. WrestleMania is a massively anticipated thing as well. So, again, echoing what you said, that's the whole wrestling community is like, whoa. So yeah, that's crazy.
I think that'll take us nicely onto the current affairs. What's going on in the news at the moment that you guys have heard?
Rupert Grint's having a baby. Oh,
there you go. Rupert Grint's having a baby.
It's not like there's a pandemic or anything.
I mean, I think that's the thing, though. Is it is so heavily coronavirus led, which obviously it makes sense. There's a worldwide pandemic, but it's sometimes nice, like when I'm doing these pub quizzes, I'm trying to find current affairs, but not in relation to the coronavirus. So I've got to delve quite deep into the news outlets, but there is some really exciting stuff going on. Like, I know the coronavirus is awful, but look at the world, like it's doing so much good. Venice has got actual fishing swans and ducks on the lakes again.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Yeah, well, I saw a photo on Twitter, and it was 2 pictures of LA 1 week before and 1 week after lockdown, and like all the like smoke and pollution and stuff just completely disappeared just in a week of people not going outside.
Yeah, and like China, their air pollution was like the best it had ever been, but now all their factories and stuff are back up and running. It's just decreasing straight away.
Yeah,
and we need to come out of this pandemic first of all with a better plan for if another one comes along, because they will, because it's just,
that's how life is. Yeah.
As Bill Gates says, it's not a war, it's not a nuclear war that will kill all of us. It is a germ. It is a virus.
Yeah.
And we need a better solution, a better plan for this, but also look at how the environment's doing and see that it's it's becoming healthier. Yeah. So you've got to put a plan in for that as well. You can't just... the world won't be the same.
Yeah, we need to sort of carry on with what's already been made by the planet itself, and sort of help that improve more and more, or at least be less detrimental on it.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I would say there's stuff going on in the world of politics. Keir Starmer was elected Labour leader.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I do like that.
Yeah,
I do like that. He's an ex-barrister. He was a very good barrister, and he'll be good is because a lot of politicians do law as a degree, but never go in and practice it.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's been a barrister, he will know how to answer questions well. He won't, he's got a better way of wording things. He won't use these I think it's a really good appointment, and I hope it will finally, with him in charge, they will finally challenge the Conservatives.
Yeah, who've just been bulldozing everything for the last 10 years. But we won't get too...
No, we won't go into politics. We don't want us to be politics. Yeah. We don't want to be a politics.
Yeah, but also, if anyone ever wants any good news, Mr. John Krasinski of The Office fame, and more recently, is it Jack Ryan? Jack Reacher?
Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan.
Has started a YouTube show called Some Good News, where he literally, all he does is just give everyone some good news that's happened in the world this week. And he's had his first week he had Steve Carell on there, and then last week he had Lin-Manuel Miranda as well perform a song.
Well, yeah, that episode was when that girl. So I've been lucky enough to go see Hamilton, and it is amazing. Yeah. It is the best show I've ever seen in my life, and to have tickets for it and then not be able to go see it because of the coronavirus, that would suck. I would be so upset.
Yeah,
I know.
And what he did for that girl, getting Lin-Manuel Miranda on, and then the whole original cast came on and sang a song. It was mind blowing. It filled me with happiness.
I've never seen it before, but it did give me goosebumps.
Yeah, it was just amazing. Crazy. Like, she was so happy, and I think it was so nice to see that girl just like buzzing, and she's like, so many people are joining the call. It was just so sweet. And it was just great. It was such a happy moment.
Yeah.
Definitely go watch that if you're feeling down, because that will get you, in good spirits.
If you ever want to be reminded that celebrities are people too, Steve Carell struggled with Zoom just as any other person would. His wife to come and help him.
But also, celebrities are people too, and getting stuck in their mansions must be really, really difficult. Not throwing any shade to any celebrity in particular, but it must be so.
They sang us along, so we're all happy now.
I can't believe she did that.
Yeah.
Not name dropping. Not name dropping.
The person I could say is very generous.
Let's go. That's good.
So I think we'll conclude the current affairs, and we'll go basically explaining what the plans are for next week. So I've already spoken to him. He's very happy to actually want to come onto the podcast. We actually have a guest next week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Crazy, I know. He's a very good friend of all of us. He's been a friend at uni. He's been on the team with us. Mr. James Kennedy. one of the funniest people I've known. So I'm looking forward for him to come onto the podcast. So James, if you're listening, we're looking forward to it.
We can't wait for his Clapham-esque banter that he's going to bring in.
Yeah.
He's also you won't be able to see it unless you watch it on the YouTube channel, but he has decided to shave all his hair off. He's done one of those, and it is absolutely horrific.
Want to hit him hard.
So I can't wait for you to all see it, to be honest.
So have you guys got any plans for the next week?
Any plans for next week?
Just staying inside.
Yeah, it's practicing social distancing and just make sure, obviously it is such a difficult time, but whilst the weather is nice, if you're lucky enough to have a garden, just go out there, go on your one daily walk, one daily bit of exercise.
Yeah.
And just, try and keep a clear mind. Running is great for keeping a clear mind.
Yeah.
So, do something. What am I doing the next week? Bit of the same as last week, really. Bit of reading, bit of uni work. And,
it's the same old.
We move on.
Yeah.
That's literally about it.
Yeah.
For me. What about you, Joscel?
That's the exact same thing. I mean, next week, I'm just working out as I normally do, making ridiculous content on my Instagram like I always do. Do you know what I mean? FaceTime with people, working, all that kind of stuff. It's the same old song, just different lyrics. But you know what? I enjoy it because, talking to you people, talking out there, connecting with everyone is ultimately something that I thoroughly enjoy doing. So it's just not boring. It's so much fun.
Yeah, definitely. Harry?
Yeah, pretty much got the same. I'm doing some uni work as well because I've got assignments and stuff planned, but keeping working at the home and just sort of staying healthy, staying good. Yeah, hopefully looking at more into how to host a podcast as well. So guys. Also, where can people find you on social media and things like that?
Oh, can we do
going to style?
Okay, hopefully.
You're expecting a lot.
No, you're right. Just remember, this is a podcast. This is a podcast.
No, I'm joking. It's at Joscel.m, so at JOSCEL.m for my socials. Run that up.
You can find me on Instagram at Bean Butler. It's just Ben Butler, but double E.
You can find me on Instagram at harry.bar. That's Harry and a full stop and then bar. BARR. You can also find me on Twitter at Real Harry Bar as well. And you can follow the podcast on YouTube and Twitter and Anchor.
Yeah.
On Twitter we are at 27 Podcast, and YouTube we have the YouTube name the 27 Podcast.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get an Instagram as well, aren't we?
We will be getting an Instagram up as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
we're gonna get some behind the scenes of my setup.
We'll do some Q&A as well on there as well.
Oh, definitely. 100%.
Thank you all for coming and listening to this first ever 27 podcast.
Thank you very much, guys.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, or rate us on Anchor as well. So thank you all very much for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bloopers!
So it's gonna go like this. Three guys chilling on a podcast. Social distancing because it is cool.
I think we have because it is cool, but yeah, because it flows a bit better. Okay, so
because it is cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Three guys.
3, 2, 1, go. Three guys chilling
on a podcast. Social distancing because it is cool.
Yeah.
Right, okay, that didn't work at all. We weren't in time or anything because I started way before you guys.
What is it? Because it is cool.
Yeah, because 3 guys chilling on a podcast. Oh, wait, unless, right, here's what we do. If it's cool. 3 guys chilling on a podcast, and then
3 guys chilling on a podcast.
What we could do is I go 3 guys chilling on a podcast, and then one of you goes social distancing, and then the other one goes because it is cool.
I'll say social distancing.
Nah, do the whole thing together.
And then we have to have the I'm doing the I'll be like, we have to do it all together. And then, yeah.
Okay. Right. Are we going to go in 3, 2, 1, go.
So is there a delay on our end?
3 guys. Oh,
I think there might be a delay. That's the thing. So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go, and then I'm going to start, and then
I think that's perfect though. I think because if there are some delays, that's funny. Do you know
we'll do
what
like
I
a
mean?
round.
That's hilarious. Because they're going to be like, oh wow.
Okay. 3. Okay. We're ready. 3, 2, 1, go. 3 guys.
3
Three guys. I got it wrong. I wrote the bloody jingle and I got it wrong.
Oh god. Okay. Okay, we're ready. 3, 2, 1, go. 3 guys.
Three guys chilling on a podcast. Social distancing because it is.
Oh, there's such a delay.
Yeah.
There is such a delay. And Anna's just staring at me now. Oh man. I think
Gold.
Hi Ella.
Are we recording our intro?
This is a sick blooper.
I reckon we just put this on in full. Okay, right.
Right, let's try one more time.
I don't think
We'll
it's
go
gonna
on 1, and Harry, you go on go.
Okay, right. 3, 2, 1, go. 3
guys chilling on a podcast. Social distancing
It's
is
cool. Yeah.
That nearly worked. Okay, I'm gonna do it again just so we have like one for clarity.
Why don't you just get them to film it and send it to me?
No, because this is funnier.
This is, you're not a content creator, Ella.
Ella,
Like us boys.
Close the door. Go away. Okay, right. 3, 2, 1 go.
3 guys chilling on a podcast. Social distancing
Oh no!
it
I
is
just
cool.
carried on the 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Okay, right. Okay, we're gonna go again. 3,
Box it,
2,
Harry.
1, go.
3
guys chilling on a podcast.
Social
5 feet
distancing,
no,
'cause it's
social
cool.
distancing. I got it wrong.
I think I'm just gonna go with the jingle.
No.
Okay, right.
No, this is good.
Okay, 3 guys chilling in a podcast, social distancing because it is cool. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's 4 lines.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go. 3 guys.
3 guys on a podcast.
Social
Social
distancing
distancing because it is cool.
Yeah.
Right, that's it. We're done.
We did it! That's the one! That's the one!
Oh, man.
But Harry, should we record it and just send it to you separately as well?
I'll tell you, I'm going to chuck this on at the end of the podcast, like in full. Thank you guys for listening.
Okay,
we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Peace. Bow.